Hello and welcome to today's Walking Dead discussion video, and today we'll be discussing The Walking Dead Season 10 Episode 15, the last episode that will be out for a while. This will be an interesting episode and a very scary scene that we'll be discussing today. This scene could show someone's death, and I'm going to discuss why I think someone will definitely die in this scene and what exactly will probably happen in this scene. This is from the One Fergus One YouTube channel, so credit to them for this clip. From the Talking Dead from episode 14 of season 10, obviously. But before we go into the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more Walking Dead discussions. This will be the last episode that we'll be discussing for a while, so it's been brilliant doing these. It's the first season I've actually done them for. I started on like episode 5 or 6 or something, but yeah. So before we get into it, make sure to give me your feedback, whatever you think about this scene, and let's just get right into the scene. So obviously within this scene, if you read the comics, it looks insanely familiar. This is why I'm very convinced that there will be a death, rather Alden or Aaron. I don't think it'll be Gabriel's death. I know he's the one who dies in the comics, but I don't think it'll be Gabriel who dies here. I think it'll be one of Alden and Aaron, and if I have to guess, I think it'll be Alden, but I will be discussing why. So, The Walking Dead Season 10 finale is upon us, well, kind of. This week's episode is only the 15th of the run and be the should be sort of the installment, but the season's climax has been indefinitely delayed due to the post-production process being held up, as we know, which means episode 15 has now become the finale for now, until there'll be an hour episode in the summer, which I cannot wait for that. But it'll be a nice summer treat for us all after the pandemic ends. But thankfully it looks to be an important enough outing on its own, as hinted in this sneak peek clip, which I have already included in the video. So, like the title does suggest, the episode will see Beta leading an army of Whisperers to attack Alexandria, which we should see Negan fighting back at the Whisperers, meaning Beta will find out about Negan. That'll be interesting what he thinks. So he will definitely target Negan, because he will probably know that it was Negan who killed Beta, as one of the Whisperers did say Negan was with Alpha, sorry, when she went missing. So he'll put two and two together. I mean, he's clever. He's an absolute psychopath, but he's quite clever. So I'm more than convinced that he'll know it's Negan, and then he'll target Negan, and there could be a little fight between them both. That's probably broke off by some Alexandrian. I'd love to see that, especially in episode 15. But hopefully they'll put a lot into this episode, and then we won't be putting a cliffhanger waiting for episode 16. So the first move of Beta and the Whisperers is to surround the water tower. Unfortunately, inadvertently captured a couple of hostages, and these hostages are Alden and Aaron. The clip, which you can see in the player above, which I've shown, reveals Alden and Aaron are trapped within the tower. Surely there's no way out without notifying the villains to their presence, and their thing is not good. Looking for the pair. Tragically, one of them might be about to meet a grisly death pulled from the comics, though it was originally suffered by a different character. In the comic version of this event, it's Father Gabriel, who's stationed at the tower when Beta comes in. As he climbs down the ladder to escape, Gabriel slips and traps his leg. Dangling helplessly, Beta slices his stomach, leaving him to be devoured by walkers. Sadly, and I know this won't impress many people, I think this is exactly what's going to happen in this episode. I feel like one of these characters is about to suffer a gruesome death. Now, in my opinion, I know I said Alden, but I think it's 50-50. I don't know a future for both of these characters. I don't think both of these characters have a big future in the series, so it could be any of them. I mean, I really do like both of them characters, but sadly, both of them's about to meet a really tragic death, and I feel like one of them will obviously escape. I'm not sure, I've never read the comics, I'm not sure what will happen, but I can't wait to see who actually will die. So, Gabriel's comic fate was already alluded to back in episode 10, when word of the Whisperers gathering at the tower was used as a ruse for them to infiltrate the safe zone itself. Now this moment is actually being brought to life, though it looks like the religious man's going to make it out alive, and either poor Aaron or Alden are going to face Beta's wrath at his place. Now, the reason why it's 100% that one of these will die, in my opinion, it's not only has the comics done it, and Angela King has really shown that she's going in the comics path, sort of. She's done the Negan slicing Alpha's throat part. I do think she'll follow the comics with this as well. I feel like it'll be rather Alden or Aaron, and then they'll obviously suffer a gruesome death. And not just that, Beta hasn't done that much damage to the group, and he's been presented as a really scary character, so I feel like he's got to kill one of the main characters to really make him scared, to make the group scared of him. I mean, we have saw a confrontation with Daryl and Beta, and I know Beta went into Alexandria and started killing a bunch of Alexandrians, but that doesn't mean that doesn't tug at the heartstrings of the viewer. To tug at the heartstrings, you would need to kill one of the main characters. Beta would have to kill one of the most loved characters, which I think is Aaron. So yeah, I'm really stuck between them both. I don't know who will die. So I'm actually got a change of heart. I'm gonna actually try and determine the probability of either of the characters dying. Number one, Aaron. Why do I think Aaron is the most probable to die? So yeah, the reason why I think Aaron is the most probable to die is because he's been in the show for a while. We've seen everything about Aaron. His relationships ended. His potential relationship with Jesus has ended. And I feel like they're really closing in on his character. I know he's not made many appearances this season, but you can really say the same for Alden. And definitely one of them's going to die. So, who do you think? Do you think Aaron is the most probable to die? Because I do think so, in my opinion. I think he is. I feel like we've not saw much of Alden, we've not saw the full potential of his character. I feel like we've not seen everything from him, even though he's also lost Enid. But you could say in the same, they're both very similar characters. They've lost everything basically. Alden lost Enid, but he's not been in the show for as long. But you can say the same for other characters who have basically made brief appearances. I mean, Aaron is more of a main character than Alden, but Aaron is a main character, and so was other characters who died, such as Glenn. I mean, he was basically one of the main characters, and they got rid of him. They got rid of Rick. They got rid of Carl. So it's a bit of a difficult one, but I do think Aaron is more probable, as every season they tend to kill a main character. I know a main character that they're going to kill this season, I think in episode 16, will be Ezekiel. And Ezekiel, you can class him as one of the main characters, and I think he is a character who will definitely die. Clearly, because he's got cancer. Why did I say that? And they're really not scared of killing off main characters, and I feel like they're going to build Alden's character, and he's probably going to be one of those characters that's probably guilty of the tower scene. If it's confirmed about the deaths and I'm wrong, please let me know. Just not in the comments section. Add me on Discord or something like that. I don't want other people getting it spoiled for them. So yeah. So also, this is going to be a long discussion. We're going to discuss Andrea and her death in the show compared to the comics. So obviously we know that the show pretty much copies the comics on all deaths, but obviously including different people. So that means someone's going to have to take Andrea's death, which is also due to happen next episode. So a character who could be taking Andrea's death is Carol. Will Carol potentially take her death? I will discuss this more in the next Walking Dead discussion, but please let me know, because I feel like because Andrea didn't died earlier on in the show, I feel like someone else, such as Carol, a big character, because you know Andrea's death was quite shocking in the show and in the comics. I feel like someone shocking is going to die in the show, because you know they're building up for something to happen to Eugene. I could be wrong or superstitious, but I feel like they're building up for something to happen towards Eugene. So I feel like someone, maybe Rosita, will sacrifice himself, get himself bit for Eugene. You know, Rosita and Eugene have been building up some sort of a friendship / relationship this season, so I feel like it could be Rosita as well. So yeah. Who do you think will die? Please let me know in the comments below. I am really curious to see who you think will die. Before we leave off, make sure to give this for discussion, a like and subscribe. This isn't the last one. I've got more discussions coming out even after episode 15 tragically ends. I'll also discuss whoever dies. I've not really read up on the internet who's going to die. I don't want to. I don't want to get spoiled. Hopefully this isn't spoiled too much for you, that someone's most certainly going to die. But yeah, this is basically wrapping up the 10th season for now, as you can expect the finale later on this year. So yeah, this will be the last episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.